Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm thankful for a movie called Flatliners. Now here's why. My entire life, I was like, I don't have regrets. I do what I do for a reason. And that's it. I wanted to live a life where I didn't make any regrets at all. And as I've grown up, I've realized how impractical that is. Because at the time of a situation, you have multiple paths that you can go down. And you have good reasons and you have bad reasons for every single path. And you don't know what the outcome is going to be until you go down that path. So, you could go down path A that leads you to being able to live with somebody. And the alternative is to leave somebody that you're already living with that you don't necessarily want to leave. But all of the options and all of the signs are like, yeah, that would be a good idea. But then after it's said and done, you're like, no, I should have stayed. So I have lived and made the best choices that I could at the time, that I later then was like, no, I really, really didn't. Like, I could have thought that through a little bit better. I could have taken that extra time and looked at things a whole lot different than what I did. And in this movie, the main characters are basically facing regrets in their life that drive their life, and they're basically coming back to haunt them. And in order to fix the issues, they basically have to right their wrongs. So that really got me to thinking, like, do all of your regrets come back to bite you in the butt when you're gone? And if that's the case, how many regrets do I actually have? And then I sat there and I thought to myself, I was like, I didn't used to call these things regrets. I just called them things that, or expressed it as something that I just really sincerely felt bad about. And I was like, I have to right that wrong. That cannot be like a reason, like, to not talk to somebody, or like if whatever happened like ended the relationship that I had, or whatever, then that reason cannot be how they remember me for the rest of their life. Like, that reason. Okay, I'm gonna give you a better example. There was a time where I stopped being friends with somebody because I didn't like their actions and what they were doing to me for a specific reason. And instead of talking to that person about what happened and letting them know that, hey, this is how you just made me feel, I decided, oh, well, I've put up with it for too long and you're not realizing it on your own. And if you can't realize it, then I'm not going to be your friend. And I ended the friendship with this person and have been so angry at this person, on top of allowing other people's opinion about that person to drive me to not want to talk to this person. And then I realized it's not up to them, it's up to me. If I like this person and I want to talk to this person, then that's what I'm going to do. Because it's my friendship, not theirs. It's not, you know, and at the very least, I feel like I owed that person an explanation. And I have felt bad about how all of the friendship ended since it ended. Because I truly believe that this person never knew where all of this anger was coming from. I don't believe that this person knew what even was going on. One minute, everything was good. The next minute, it wasn't. So, Flatliners made me realize that even when you think you're in the wrong, you may not always be. And when you think you're in the right, you're still not always, And it's not always something that you have to pass by as, oh, well, I just feel bad about this. It's like, no, I actually regret doing that. I actually, I regret doing it the way that I did it. And then you have to go back and fix it. And I feel like I have gained more self-confidence, first of all, because it's hard to admit that you have done something. And it's hard to admit it, like, to yourself. Just like in general, it's hard to say, oh, I did this, and to genuinely feel bad about it and to genuinely feel sorry about it and realize that, oh, well, that's the issue. Why did I act that way, whatever. And then it's a whole other thing to admit it to that person. So it boosted my confidence, and I believe it helped me gain friendships. And it may not be friendships to the point where I talk to them all the time and I am like their best friend or whatever, but in my head they no longer remember me as however the friendship ended. It's more like this thing happened. They may or may not remember it happening. And whether it was, 2 minutes later or 2 years later, I came back and apologized, or, whatever the situation is. So I basically realized that it's better to right your wrongs and make good and make peace in the world instead of letting people live on like that. Like, you never actually know how you are making a person feel. And sometimes it's the words that you choose to say. And what might mean very little to you could mean the absolute world to somebody else or to the person that you're saying it to. And people don't always have the strength or the courage to speak up about it because you've closed them down. Like, you've trapped them in a little bubble. Like, why would they want to say something when you just, like, offended them or, like, really upset them or, whatever? And, like, you just don't know what your words and your actions can really do to another person. So, for example, like, if you were a bully in school and you don't know why you are bullied, and you're sitting there and you're like, why did I do this to that person? Why was I so mean? Why was I, this way? And then you go and you talk to that person and you express yourself. You can't expect them to forgive you. You can't expect them to let you in their life. You just need them to understand that you're sorry and that you are trying to better the situation and to more or less forgive you. So, in a way, that movie has kind of like opened my eyes, like, oh, well, it's better to right your wrongs. It's better to not. It gave me a whole new meaning on don't live your life full of regrets. Because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have regrets. It's how you deal with those regrets that makes or breaks your life when it comes to those regrets. If your life is full of regrets, then you've never fixed your problems. If your life is full of regrets, you've never tried to right those wrongs. And maybe that's not even true. Maybe that's just my opinion. But if you push a kid off of a slide because you want to go first, and they fall and they break their leg, and you regret doing that, well, what are you going to do about that? Obviously, you can't undo it, but you can do everything in your power to show them that, oh, wow, I really hurt you, versus, oh, well, I don't really care, and I do it again. Or letting that build up into something much deeper or bigger, or, whatever the situation or the case may be. So I am thankful for Flatliners. That movie has opened up my eyes and realized a whole new meaning to regret and righting your wrongs. And it kind of like encouraged me to kind of like right my wrongs. To go back and look at, things that I've done in my past. Mainly with relationships of some sort, like with friends that I've ditched for whatever reason, to at the very least owe them an explanation, because sometimes people just want to know why. Because if you just up and leave, then you're leaving their brain and their mind to make up a reason. And that reason doesn't always sit well with the person, you know what I mean? So I have been trying to right my wrongs and working on bettering my regrets so that they are not regrets anymore. Obviously, you can't undo things that were done before, but by being the better person, by being better than you, by you making yourself better than the person that you were at the time of the regret, I don't know how to say it. Oh my gosh, if you understand what I'm trying to say, comment down below and help me say it, because I cannot find the words. You have to be a better version of yourself now than the version of yourself when you made the regret, when you made the mistake. And the easiest way to fix a regret is to, when it comes to that regret, make that regret a better version. That doesn't sound right. I don't know how to put it into words. It's like in my brain and I know how to explain it in my brain, but then saying it out loud is not fitting the way it does in my head. But regardless, I am thankful for the movie Flatliners. So if you have a movie that has really opened your eyes and given you a whole new look and a whole new meaning to something in your life, comment down below and let me know what movie you're thankful for. I'm creating a playlist full of I'm thankful for videos. The playlist is called Thankful, so you can go and check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!